some associates gather on the stand. This trial's a circus, but I've got a plan. Not a grifter, still worse than Dan. Hopscotch squares, don't tip, don't fall. BK in a felony, I've heard it all. Shake it, magic 8 ball. Tell me the truth, will justice call? Me be the diva, she's running the show. Chief Capone and Meg, yeah, everybody knows. Fat, we're fat, well, nobody knows. What the corn echoes as the chaos grows. My credibility left in a vehicle. Hopscotch squares, don't trip, don't fall. BK in a felony, I've heard it all. Shake it, magic 8 ball. Tell me the truth, will justice call? What the corn echoes as the chaos grows. My credibility left in a vehicle.
Hello. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Hope you've had a great day and a happy cookie day, or whatever food day Flashman decides that it is. I don't know. Could be pizza. I have no idea. Ice cream. But I hope it's good. And hello, Flashman. What's up, whoever? Your cat like Big Toe. Bobby. Today is not Friday, but good one. Hello, Heidel. Good to see you. You don't know you're tired. Oh, Flashman, you make me laugh. You didn't say Merry Christmas, so.
I know I've been that over.
Maybe you're an imposter.
It's funny.
Oh my goodness. It has been it does feel like it could be Friday. I will give you that, Flashman. It's been a long week already.
I know. It's only Tuesday.
What's up, Ash? Flashman, you don't think that 2011 is far enough back to have a cold case. And I just reminded you that it was a while ago. And also that you might feel like things, I told you that I thought 1989 was yesterday. I'm aware that it wasn't, but it doesn't feel like that long ago. And as you get older, you'll have that happen. More and more and more. Trust me. Yes. Well, actually, I asked Flashman what he thought, what defined a cold case, and he's like, I don't know. And I was like, I don't know either. I'm paraphrasing our conversation, Flashman, I know. You have to walk to the grocery store and you don't want to? Well, I hope the snow has melted and it's not waist deep this time. Good grief.
Yeah. How'd you get there last time? A sled dog?
No, they were buried.
Oh.
She was like, where are they? Just a little tip of their tail wagging out of the top of the snow. Man, I'd freaking cry. If I had waist deep snow, I'd be like, I'm moving. I don't care if you want to come with me or not, significant other. It's a cold case of beer. I don't know what that means. I don't. Do you know what that means, Gabby?
Because you're talking about cold cases, so he's just saying.
Oh, got it. See, I'm tired. I'm telling you. The snow was melting. Oh my gosh. I'd cry if I still had snow on the ground. I'm not gonna lie. Cold case is when cold case is a case when DNA was in the early stages. Cold case is when it goes cold because they don't have any more clues to follow, and they don't have any more suspects, and they don't have anywhere else to look.
Yeah, they should have called Scooby-Doo.
That's right. And then it goes cold. That's my understanding of it. shared a picture in Discord. Snow is practically gone. Thank goodness. Oh, yes. Okay, good. Breakup time. LOL. Yeah, spring. All right.
It was almost 80 here today.
Nice. It is 82 here right now. But it's thundering. Thunderbolts and lightning. Very, very frightening.
Everything. Galileo. Galileo. Galileo.
How you figured that 1969 Nebraska case we did? Now that's a cold case. Yes, because it was a cold case because that one was supposedly, we don't know, Flashman, if that was solved by DNA. It wasn't solved by DNA. That guy's DNA wasn't on anything. He pled no contest. But yeah, it was a cold case because they hadn't solved it since 1969. I know it's bad when Gabby has to explain to you my brain. Just think about how insane that is.
Well, I was kind of like, I'm still a little tired, so I'm just like, wait, is she serious? She was the one who was just talking about cold cases, was she not? I had to think about it for a second.
I'm just reading chat. I'm not retaining what I was talking about. I've moved on. I was like, back to cookies and Merry Christmas. I don't know.
Oh my god. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great night.
It's going to be great.
It'll be wonderful.
I'm sure I won't mess anything up
This
at all.
episode might go cold. Oh my goodness.
Maybe 2011 was just a cold year, Flash fan. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
I might have been. It could have been. I have no idea. 39 degrees is t-shirt weather in these. Oh. Well, it is here. People do that here too. I'm like, it's not that warm.
Yeah, we do that over here too.
Or they'll put their convertible top down. I'm like, I know you've got your heat blasting in there. I know it's like the first warm day. Yeah. You know, that first warm day after winter, and they've got their top down. Okay.
They just drive by and they're just like wrapped in like, you know, a bunch of winter clothes.
Yeah, so
Scarf,
good.
winter hat.
My dad.
I love it.
I love it. So not cold. How come you're frozen? My dad had a friend when he lived in New York that he had one of those. He had a convertible. I don't remember what kind of car it is, but it had a cover that went over the seat beside him, the passenger seat. Like I think, and came around him, and then he just kind of stuck up out of it, and he drove it in the winter. I'm like, that's ridiculous. Also, that sounds like something I would see on a cartoon. I don't.
Yeah, like a sidecar motorcycle, and they put like the dog in it, and they zip it up. So
yes,
you see the dog's head.
Yes.
That's so ridiculous.
I'm like, what? No, I would never be that guy's friend ever. There's something wrong with him.
Like, all right,
certainly
zip
wouldn't.
me in.
I'd be like, I'm driving. My car has all of it.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I can't.
I'm
I can't.
I'm done, guys. It's just been that kind of a day. Okay. It's just been weird. It's just been a weird one. But we'll get through it. We have made it through Dixie Shanahan's testimony. Thank goodness. It wasn't awful yesterday. It wasn't great yesterday. I did enjoy the discussion, though. And that was good. I'm just thinking about cookies and Merry Christmas. It's April. I know. But Flashman said Happy Cookie Day, and Flashman always says Merry Christmas. It's Flash Fan. It's Flash Fan's fault.
Flash Fan messed her up because she's used to him saying Merry Christmas. She's like, Cookie Day, what happened to Merry Christmas?
I was like, Cookie Day? I don't even know what to do with that. Just, it's okay. What's up, Bad Dazzer? Maybe you can bring this stream, all together and make it work. Good luck. I want a snickerdoodle. Flash Fan. I can't even think. I was thinking about this trial, and I was thinking about Dixie's testimony, but I don't even know where it went. The thought is gone. And it was a good one, so maybe it'll come back, but I have no idea.
It was a good one, guys.
It was a good one. I was having some thoughts yesterday or this morning, whenever, but about this trial. I don't know.
It was a good one. Too bad you guys will never know.
It was great. It would have solved the whole thing if you would have just let me.
Oh my god.
Not today. Not today.
This is like Monday behavior, okay?
I know.
Not Tuesday behavior.
I know. It is bad when you have nightmares about trials. I have been there. I know that feeling. See a therapist, they'd be like, we cannot help you. We can't help you. Just go home. Go home now. Can you find your way home? Should we call you an Uber? Okay. All right. So today we have the domestic violence expert, Laurie Schipper, I think is her last name. And then we're just going to hear from some miscellaneous neighbors. I didn't put all their names out there because they'll tell you their names and their testimony. I don't know how long each one of them's on the stand for. I don't have that broken down. Pat Dazzer. AJ, would you like me to refloat the Titanic as well? And that would probably be easier at this point than for me to try to get my thoughts together. So
yeah, if you could do that, that'd be great.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
Thanks.
Also, if you could find Jack and reunite him with Rose and she wouldn't scoot over on the door.
No, just throw Rose overboard and save Jack. It's her turn now. Oh, man.
Yeah. Also, who just throws that much money into the ocean? That's stupid at the end.
Don't even get me started with this. Oh my god.
Yeah, that made me mad. I'm like, what? If you don't want it, just sell it. Jack the stripper.
What places do you go to, Flash Fan? This is what I don't think he's really going to church. He's going to these strip clubs meeting random strippers named Jack. Like, I don't even know what's happening over there.
I'm still angry with Rose too, Robin.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just move over.
Or grab something else that is floating next to you. I don't even understand this.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff floating.
Yes.
Just saying, lots of stuff. I did. Didn't want to let you down, Bad Dazzer. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I don't know. It's really going to bother me that I can't remember what I was thinking. But Jack the Stripper, that's actually a serial unaliver in real life. Jack the Stripper?
You mean Jack the Ripper? I don't think Jack the Ripper was a stripper, was he?
I don't know, but that would have been funny. Jack the Ripper stripper.
Jack the Ripper, he was a stripper.
Jack the Stripper. Huh. Well, and okay. No, the stripper, look it up. I don't think I want to.
I'm going to type that in right now. No, the stripper, look it up.
I don't think I want to. I think I'll probably look at it on my phone. Jumpin' Jack, Jack the Ripper, Jack the Stripper. All right, I'm hitting play. We're gonna start this thing. Let's roll. Let's go.
Would you state your name, please?
It's Laurie Schipper. It's L.
I'm going to warn you, that is not an amplification microphone. That's for the TVs. You just have to speak up because there are no microphones that help your voice project. So just speak to the jury as if that microphone's not even there.
Okay.
Also, I'm gonna make a law that any microphone in a courtroom has to be an amplifying microphone. If you need one to record, you can have that too.
I'm sorry, they just putting random fake microphones out for the TV?
They do this all the time, even still today. That's not an amplifying microphone. It's for now it's like for the court reporter.
That is
Like,
so annoying.
No. If you need two, put two up there, but one should amplify the witness's voice. It gets on my nerves.
He's like, that's for Hollywood. Don't talk to that mic. It's not even real, lady.
Not her name being Shipper while we chat about strippers.
I was just thinking that when they said Shipper, I was like, I wonder if Shipper is a stripper.
Hey, Frank.
Hey, Frankie.
What are you doing? What do you mean you had to work up the courage? You are always welcome here. I'm glad to see you. We needed something Googled yesterday.
We need something Googled right now.
We do. But you just take it easy. AJ wants vibrating mics now that Rose is... Hey, now.
Oh, my God.
I did not say that. I think they ought to put microphones on anyone who goes past the bar and have someone there to make sure they get the mics back so that no one goes to the bathroom with them on. That would be funny. It's Iowa. The courthouse is probably the church and school too. Well,
Probably.
It's not the only courthouse I have heard that in, and it just makes me upset. Like, just have both. Have both. All right, Miss Shipper. See what you got to say.
Okay.
It's LaurieSchipper.
And where are you from?
I'm from Ankeny, Iowa.
And what is your occupation?
I'm the executive director of the Iowa Coalition Against Domestic Violence in Des Moines
How long have you been that executive director?
since 1993.
Would you give the jury a rundown of your educational background?
I have a Bachelor's of Science in Social Work from Iowa State University. I graduated in 1985.
Would you give a jury your background in terms of employment?
After graduating from college, I worked as a hospital social worker for a short time before becoming hired at the Assault Care Center in Ames, Iowa, where I was a counselor. It's a rape crisis center and a battered women's project. I was there for about 10 years until becoming employed at the Coalition in Des Moines.
Do you have a vitae that sets out your background and accomplishments in your area?
Yes.
Your Honor, may I approach the witness? Which number should I use?
If it's not marked, you might as well start with 100.
100? Thank you. I'm going to hand you what's been marked as Exhibit 100. Can you tell me what that is?
This is my curriculum vitae.
And for the jury, what is a curriculum vitae?
It outlines my educational background, career profile, and a lot of my training since college.
Do you also conduct training for people?
I do. That's part of my responsibilities at the Coalition.
And who are the people or some of the entities that you have done training for?
Really anyone who interfaces with battered women, so law enforcement, mental health professionals, medical personnel, court personnel.
Have you been appointed to any special committees or things of that nature?
Many over the years. The coalition is a state-level nonprofit, so I sit on many state committees, task forces.
Do you belong to any national affiliations?
Yes.
What are they?
The National Network to End Domestic Violence and the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence.
Do you also participate in continuing professional training?
Yes.
And what are the kinds of things that you do?
Well, the coalition tries to stay up on any emerging issues, trends, so I go to any state level or national conferences regarding domestic violence or violence against women issues in general that I can afford to attend.
Is Exhibit 100 your most recent curriculum vitae?
Yes.
Your Honor, I would offer Exhibit 100.
May we approach the bench, Your Honor?
Yes.
Ms. Schipper, as a person in your position, do you start out with a basic definition of domestic violence?
Yes, there is a fairly agreed upon definition.
And what is that?
Domestic violence is a pattern of abusive behavior, including physical, sexual, psychological abuse, and economic coercion used to gain control and compliance over one's intimate partner.
Is that different from just other abusive acts?
Yes, it is. Because it is between intimate partners, because it is a pattern of behavior, and its purpose, it is purposeful. It is used to lower someone's self-esteem and get control of them, to prohibit them from exiting the relationship.
And I should ask you, have you testified as an expert witness in this capacity before?
I have.
How many times about?
Well over 100, approximately 115, I believe.
And do you testify for one side or the other, either prosecution or defense?
No.
Have you testified for the defense before?
Yes.
Have you testified for the prosecution before?
Yes.
What would you say was the relative proportions of testifying for prosecution versus defense?
Generally, I testify more on behalf of the prosecution than I do for defense.
Are there certain characteristics that we would look for in a perpetrator of domestic violence?
Yes, there are.
What are those?
They're on a continuum, and there are many characteristics or clusters we call characteristics that define batterers. But batterers have what we call an external locus of control, meaning that they believe other people outside of themselves control them and are responsible for bad things that happen to them. They have very rigid sex roles, meaning they believe men only do one sort of things and women only do other activities, and there's consequences for sort of crossing over in those roles. They were often, although not always, abused as children. They have a terrible fear of abandonment. In fact, it is their most thing that they're most frightened of is being left. They have a criminal belief system, which means that they don't believe what they're doing is wrong. Even if it is wrong, they don't believe they'll get caught. And even if they get caught, they don't believe the punishment hurts very much, which is problematic when the system doesn't hold them accountable. That belief system only makes them more dangerous. That's generally how we characterize in very general terms.
Are there certain typologies that we look for?
There is, but could I trouble you for a glass of water
Yes.
before I continue? Thank you.
Chuck told me to have one, I forgot to bring it up.
Thank you very much. There are typologies, although I would caution that they're, again, just clusters. That doesn't mean there aren't other characteristics of batterers. But in general, you have the typology is defined as he's the nice guy. He's very, his life seems to be very controlled. His house is clean, his garage is organized. He goes to church. People don't see him as an abusive person. that he becomes very emotionally unengaged, often uses drugs and alcohol to make it okay when he does perpetrate violence on his partner. This personality is actually is often the personality most likely to kill. Then you have the psychopath or antisocial personality, has a long criminal history, was probably abused as a child, hates women and is very vocal about that, and is not controlled by other normalized means, like he's not concerned about the police. Nothing that we have in terms of remedies or sanctions control this person, and so certainly our batterer's education isn't effective with this personality type. And then there's the textbook batterer, which is sort of what we often see on TV. He batters in the three-phase cycle. One day he may vilify his wife, and the next day he puts her on a pedestal. He's often a depressed personality. And again, those are just sort of clusters of characteristics that show up. There are many other characteristics.
Is there a power and control model that we look to in domestic violence?
There is. It's the generally accepted model in the field to describe the dynamic of the relationship.
Do you have a demonstrative aid that would help you in explaining that to the jury?
Yes, I do.
Would you like to use that?
I would like to, yes.
This is a pointer, it telescopes.
So it's okay if I stand?
Yes, it is. Can you see that? All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to come up right to the jury. Then. Is that okay? Can you see them? Why don't you come up here and we'll get as close as we can.
Check and relocate if he wants to over there.
Excuse me, she'll have to have the voice up.
We have the echo here too. Pull up just a little bit. See it better? Can you explain to the jury what we have here?
This model was created by Ellen Pence in Duluth, Minnesota. She ran a group for batterers, and upon their graduation, she asked them to assist her in developing this model by asking them what it was, how they were able to get this control and keep it. And they actually, together, came up with this model. And what it shows is that these spokes in the wheel are tools and tactics used by the perpetrator to isolate the victim from all outside good information and resources, help to lower her self-esteem over time. And when that gets uncomfortable and the victim chooses to try to leave, this outside ring of physical and sexual violence prohibits her from doing so. So the motivation for the perpetrator is represented in the center. It's to obtain and to regain power and control of the intimate partner. So not all of these tools have to be used. The perpetrator uses whatever is needed whenever it's needed. So if one tactic stops working, he may up the ante by switching tactics. For example, if her children are important to her, then that might be the ultimate kind of control he would use to threaten the kids. Because if those are important to her, that would work in getting her to do whatever he wants, whether it's returning or
Can you go through each of the spokes?
line. He can control her for a long time with this. Battered women have told me that he's put holes in the walls, broken things, and required that they stay left broken as a symbol and reminder to her of what could happen to her. Emotional abuse, this is part of that lowering of her self-esteem. It's the constant name calling, putting her down, debasing her on a regular basis. Isolation, this is usually severe isolation by the time the relationship has repeated this abusive cycle. So it's meaning she doesn't have control of where or when she takes the car. She may have to check in. She may not be allowed contact with family, friends, or even use of the telephone or going to the restroom without him. And that's an effort because, as I'm hoping to tell you later, if you can control what someone hears and control access to any other outside good information, that's a very effective form of brainwashing. And so isolation is very important in this dynamic. Minimizing, denying, and blaming, that's hitting her while she's on the ground bleeding, telling her to quit bawling, get up, there's nothing wrong with her, actually sort of crazy making. Using the kids, this can be anywhere on a continuum of sabotaging her parenting with them, to sexual abuse, because that's the most painful thing for her, or actual physical abuse to control her, holding guns to the kids' heads to make her comply. Male privilege, this is sort of king of the castle mentality. She's a short-order cook. She has to meet all of his trivial demands. It's about controlling her time and mobility, and he's the focus at all times. Using economic abuse, and again, this can be a variety of tactics, making her work to support him, making her turn over her salary, or taking her money and spending it all so there's no way for her to buy groceries or get food and clothing for the kids.
And what is the ultimate reason that someone would use any one of these spokes or any combination of these spokes?
To make sure he has complete control and she's not going to leave him. Again, it's this fear of abandonment.
Can there be a stalking component to domestic violence?
Yes, actually, most of us in the domestic violence field and many experts believe that that's underestimated. We believe that stalking is very common with domestic violence. Anytime a partner chooses to leave a relationship and puts sanctions in place, like gets a protective order, or actually just says, I'm done, I don't want you near me anymore, and the perpetrator continues to pursue her in a battering relationship, that can be stalking.
Is there a thing called separation violence?
That term just describes that we have a myth, I believe, in our culture that we all at some point just want her to leave, and if she would just leave, everything would be okay. Advocates have the same sort of guttural response to wishing she would leave. Well, separation violence tells us that leaving doesn't always end the violence, and in fact, more times than not, the most violent time in a relationship is when she has separated from him and done everything all the systems are asking her to do, like file for a protective order, file for child custody, try to not have contact with him. That is when we see the most violence. And in fact, in Iowa, almost half of the women who've been killed by their partners were killed after having left the relationship.
Are there any statistics from anywhere that show what the rate of attacks are on a partner that's separated versus a partner that's living together?
Yes. Pre-divorce, post-separation, or after she's left, about 25% greater chance of being seriously hurt after you've left, but prior to divorce.
So, are you safer when you leave?
Not all women are, and often what we tell women when they're second-guessing themselves is that they're really the expert on how dangerous it is to leave, and we have to trust them in how much planning it takes, how much safety planning is necessary, because he decides if she gets to leave, and he decides if she gets to stay gone safely.
Is there a pattern of staying, leaving, and returning that you see with people in this situation?
Yes. It's interesting that we almost always ask battered women why they stayed after they've left. The truth is that battered women leave all the time. It's a process of testing. The first time they're hurt, they may leave, not because they're ready to end their relationship or give up the things they thought were most important in their life, but they leave to teach him a lesson, to teach him, I mean it. If you ever do it again, I'm gone. The second time they leave, they may leave to get redress. They may leave to get counseling. What they want, again, is not necessarily to end the relationship. They want the violence to end. And when they leave and the violence ends, meaning he does what he says he's going to do, he gets counseling, or he helps pay for diapers for the kids, he's decent, she believes she's successful, so she goes back. And this process continues until the third time she may actually attempt to survive independently outside the relationship, to find that she doesn't qualify for public assistance, or the subsidized housing waiting list is 2 years long, or she can't handle her one of her children. And those what we call life-generated risks versus batterer-generated risks becomes hard. And he's there saying, it's you and me against the world. I can help pay for that. I'll be your support system. just come home. And that becomes less scary than those life-generated risks, meaning being homeless and not being able to feed your kids. Later on in that process, it may be because he drags her home at gunpoint or threatens to hurt her family or hurt her kids, or he gets visitation and she doesn't trust him to have visitation alone with the kids, and she has to go back to keep them safe.
How often does the average person leave and return?
About 5 to 7 times is normal.
Is there a cycle of violence?
There is a cycle of violence. The cycle of violence was developed by a woman named Lenore Walker. She's a psychologist, and she studied women, 1,600 women, and interviewed them, and determined that although this cycle doesn't fit all battered women's experience, it did about 2/3 of the women that she interviewed. And I can tell you that it's my experience as well, that it fits many, especially the severe cases where women seem trapped. The cycle is made up of 3 stages, starting out with the tension building phase, which battered women characterize as walking on eggshells. They can't necessarily tell you why they step down in an argument or choose not to cross the line, but they do. They try to make sure everything's okay in the home to sort of decrease this tension that's mounting. There can be, during the stage, what's called small batterings, pushing, restraining her from leaving the room, name calling, those kinds of things, slaps. That stage builds onto an unbearable level for both people to what we call the acute battering phase. And this is characterized by out-of-control violence, meaning she doesn't have any skills to stop the violence. She tries a variety of things. Battered women tell us that they plead, for this person that's supposed to love them to stop, only to find that the violence escalates. They may try to escape, only to find that they're unable physically, and the violence gets worse. At some point during this acute battering phase, battered women learn to try to survive physically, cover the most important parts of their body, cover their head, and try to wait out the beating. Following the acute battering phase is what we call the honeymoon stage. You might have heard it referred to, or the contrite loving phase. I want to be careful in that not all battered women can recall the loving period, but for a lot of women, that's the hook. That's actually the phase that keeps them there, where many of them would have left under the tension and the violence. The honeymoon period is the partner they married. This is who they wanted. And again, whatever they did, they feel like they were successful during that period of time. He's good again. He's remorseful. He may cry. He may get counseling. He brings gifts, only to find that this tension begins again. It's different for every relationship how long these phases are. Sometimes it can be years, and for some women, there becomes no space between the different stages. What's significant is the cycle repeats itself and often escalates the violence. The period of time between the nonviolence and violence gets shorter until she knows that the next beating is inevitable. There's nothing that she has learned to do to stop it. And she's learned, because of help seeking, that there's nothing you or I can do to stop it either. She believes this completely, and it impacts all of her behavior from that point. She feels more cumulative terror at that knowledge that the next beating is coming. She doesn't know when, but she knows it is, than during any single beating. That knowledge that this is a cycle and she's in it and she doesn't know how to get out of it is terrifying. And at that point, battered women start to manage the terror. If you've ever had that experience of a moment of terror, you know what it feels like to have your body react physically to that. Well, battered women live with that body sensation every night they go to bed and every morning they wake up. They decide who they lie to, who they disclose about the violence to, based on wanting to get rid of that feeling of terror all the time. They learn, based on this cycle, to start planning. If they have children, planning for who will care for them when they're killed. They know that when they get up in the morning, what they choose to make him for breakfast might be the decision that leaves their kids motherless. They live in this constant state of what we call anticipatory terror. And it really does rule all of their behavior and their decision making.
Well, first of all, does this cycle have a tendency to repeat itself?
Yes, it does.
And what happens the next time the cycle is repeated with the violence?
It it often escalates. Not always, but it often escalates over time.
Are there traumatic effects from this cycle?
There are traumatic effects, and anyone caught in this cycle would experience them. I think we often see battered women as sort of weak and somehow not having a strong constitution. But what we know is that these tools and tactics are supposed to damage you. They're supposed to have traumatic effects, and they work. And so first, I explained earlier the fear. That is a huge traumatic effect. And to cope with that, she may use strategies like drugs and alcohol, or minimizing and denying that it's happening. If I'm just a better wife, maybe it won't happen again. If I can make him happier and more secure, if I don't go out, maybe he won't be jealous anymore. Most importantly, I think that they develop what's called post-traumatic stress disorder, which is, under Battered Woman Syndrome, is simply the normal response of a terrified human to abnormal and dangerous situation. It is a normal behavior. But it's characterized as reliving the event in flashbacks, nightmares. Anything in your environment can trigger the response, because what's happened is because no action worked for you, you're living in this sort of constant, exaggerated state, hyper state, where all outside stimuli is constant and repetitive. And so anything from a car driving by that sounds like his car, someone that may wear the cologne that he wore, will trigger sort of a reliving of the event, until it really makes women start to feel like they're going crazy. There's a startle response where there's sort of no relaxed baseline ever. There's also what they call a numbing or blunt affect. So she may be telling of horrendous events that happened to her, but she's able to do it as if it happened to someone else. There's no happy, glad, sad. It's called constriction. Some of you may have heard it referred to as dissociative disorder, where she's not necessarily suffering amnesia, but she can be conscious of events, but she is very much able to separate herself from what's happened. It's almost as if she's able to self-hypnotize and go about her daily life without the knowledge that going home that night, he's promised to hurt her again. She still is able to get groceries, go to the laundromat, take care of the kids, take library books back. And most of us, without developing that skill of dissociation, would live in terror and couldn't function. If women aren't able to develop this dissociative skill to sort of opt out, they usually turn to things like drugs and alcohol to help them live in an unlivable situation.
What are some examples of this dissociative skills, and would it be fair to call it a compartmentalization?
Actually, when we do training, we talk about an oyster shell, and when there's a grain of sand in it, the oyster forms the pearl around it to compartmentalize that pain and that irritation so that it can go on and function. That's sort of how I think about it when women are on the far end of the continuum with dissociation. We've all dissociate. Everyone does when they drive from one place to another and you can't remember what happened during the meantime, what road you take. This is just a very far end of the continuum, where she is able to, we see this very often in incest survivors, especially children who have had to survive violent, incestuous experiences. They dissociate as if it's happening to someone else. They compartmentalize, lock it behind a door so that they can go on and function and keep the secret.
Have you studied Lenore Walker?
Yes.
And does she talk about indicators of the Battered Woman Syndrome?
She does.
And what are those?
Well, I've been going down that list, but one that she's fairly renowned for is learned helplessness. And learned helplessness, what Battered Women actually reframed that after she wrote her book, saying, it wasn't that I was helpless, it was that I learned there wasn't any help. Those are very different things. Battered women try a lot of things to try to get help and to try to stop the violence. What learned helplessness is this, as the cycle is going on, they're conditioned to learn that engaging in help-seeking behavior increases their risk of getting hurt. And they learn over time, or conditioned, that doing nothing, or certainly not engaging in help-seeking hurt behavior, decreases their chance of getting hurt. So, for example, if I was here and one of the attorneys came up and hit me with a board, my first response would be to try to protect myself and take the board away. But if I couldn't do that, or I was unsuccessful and they continued to hit me, I would try to escape. And when I couldn't and I was still being hurt, I would beg all of you to help me, stop it. And when you couldn't or you wouldn't intervene, I would learn to do exactly what that person told me to do. If it was stand on an X, if it was to do whatever, to try to stop that pain. Now, I might not learn it immediately, but the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth time, and over years, you learn it very, very well. And in fact, you learn it so well that even when that threat isn't there anymore, it often takes assistance to sort of help that woman get off that X, because she is so convinced and so conditioned that it's not safe to do that.
Are there certain self-destructive coping responses that you see?
Yes, as I mentioned earlier, drugs and alcohol are frequently a part of a battered woman's experience for a couple of reasons. One is they're rarely allowed medical attention, so they use drugs and alcohol to self-medicate themselves to deal with some pain. The other is to opt out, as I said earlier, of a situation that you go insane if you stay in it. And so the drugs and alcohol actually allows them to opt out.
Is there something called the Stockholm Syndrome?
Yes.
Can you tell the jury about that?
Well, Stockholm Syndrome first came to light in Stockholm, Sweden, when some bank robbers took over a bank and held hostages, and there was violence involved. They held them for several days at gunpoint. And what happened afterwards, when the hostages were interviewed, is that they tended to excuse the violence of the perpetrators. They tended to relate to the perpetrators, protect them by saying, you know, they'd had difficult childhoods, they didn't mean to do harm, they had bonded with them. And in fact, 2 of them went on to become engaged to their captors. This helped us understand a lot about what happens to prisoners of war and to battered women and other hostage kind of scenarios. When captors have the ability to kill you and the ability to carry that threat out, when the battered woman's survival is contingent on that perpetrator's survival, meaning that if there's a shootout, she could be hurt. If she doesn't protect him, he'll kill her. At the same time, there's this bonding happening. There's certain things that take place. Induced exhaustion. So she's either not allowed to sleep, or the beatings create this physical exhaustion. Debasement, sometimes coupled with sexual abuse, not using her name. These are all brainwashing techniques as outlined by Amnesty International. She becomes dependent on him for survival, and as I told you earlier, because of his fear of abandonment, he truly believes he's dependent on her for his survival, and they become bonded. And because of this phenomenon, you get the experience of why battered women go to court and testify on behalf of their partner to try to get him off. They're first person there to bond him out of jail. They lie for him to try to protect him. They believe that their survival depends on his survival. Stockholm Syndrome is very important in helping us understand battered women's behavior, and it is such a strong dynamic that even after the perpetrator is dead or incarcerated, the battered woman still has a very difficult time talking about the violence, talking bad about him. She still believes he has this sort of omnipotence, that he can hear her, that there will still be consequences for disclosing.
Why would a woman lie to people about injuries that she'd received?
From her partner?
From her partner.
Depends on what stage of the relationship. If it's early on, she may believe that it was an aberration, that he wasn't capable of doing it again, and she's not ready to end her relationship. We all have things that are most important to us in the world, And there are things we would put up with not to lose those things. So if family, children, economic security are most important to her, she may lie to protect those most important things. Later on in the relationship, she may lie because she fears outside intervention. If the police arrest him, he gets out of jail in 2 days, I'm in big trouble. I'm dead. I mean, oftentimes battered women believe that those are the consequences. They lie to prove loyalty to him because if he believes anything else, they're at risk.
Can some of this conduct continue even after the perpetrator is gone or dead?
Protecting him?
Yes.
Very much so, and again, for a variety of reasons. After the threat is gone, battered women start to question, why did I stay? The fear level isn't the same as it was before, so they start to question that. And their staying and some of the horrible things that they had to do to survive start to feel like more of a reflection on them. And one of the ways, for example, what their kids went through or saw, they feel horribly guilty about that and have a difficult time remembering the terror that allowed that to happen. I lost my train of thought on your question, I'm sorry.
My question was, why would a woman lie about her perpetrator's injuries to her after the perpetrator was gone or even dead?
And that was partly because she's embarrassed also for all of us to hear what she went through, and to minimize it and deny that it was as bad as it was helps her cope a little bit with what she went through and what her kids went through and what we all think about her. There's terrible stereotypes about battered women, and we do an exercise again in training, a battered woman is, and then people fill in the blanks. Pretty terrible things come up on that list. No one wants to be a battered woman. And so oftentimes the minimizing, the denying is because she feels culpable. She feels responsible for all of it, and she's embarrassed.
If a woman killed her perpetrator and left him in the room for over a year, why would that happen?
Well, I have to object to this point. This witness has been speculating for the last 30 minutes about why people behave the way they do. There's no foundation to show that she has any basis to answer that question.
Sustained?
Have you ever studied anything like that?
Can you be more specific?
You ever studied why women might respond the way they do after the perpetrator is gone or dead?
Yes, I have worked with women whose perpetrators were killed.
Are there explanations for it?
I believe the answer, it's a question that calls for yes or no.
Yes or no?
Yes,
There are explanations for that, aren't there?
I believe that I have been giving good explanations for that.
I would ask the question again then, why would a woman who may have killed her perpetrator leave the body in that room for over a year?
Again, Your Honor, I object. It calls for speculation on the part of this witness without any proper foundation.
Overruled. She can answer the question.
I don't know specifically. I can't answer your question specifically. I can tell you why battered.
He's asking you to answer it specifically. If you can't, don't.
I can tell you why battered women could do things that were unexplainable after an event like that.
Your Honor, again, I object. This is speculation by this witness as to why.
Counsel, approach the bench.
Also, I have never heard another attorney tell the judge, this is a yes or no answer to another attorney's question. What is happening?
Yeah,
Shut
I'm
up,
sorry.
state.
Yeah, sorry. Are you the judge? Oh, you're sitting in the wrong chair then.
Yeah, it's like it's not your question. If you want to object, but don't tell her or the judge what kind of question it is.
Well,
that was
lawyer
weird.
must be that lawyer must be there just for Hollywood as well. So
I guess, because this is about over, and it doesn't look like we're going to get any cross.
son of a bee.
So, weird. I mean, she's given a ton of information.
Yeah.
It's an objection. This testimony is messing up my case. Objection, Your Honor. He's battering the witness. It's his witness. What do the words off and fook? Fook. I can't say like y'all can mean anything. They do if you reverse them. Oh my gosh. All right. That was weird. Also, I've just learned recently that sometimes people that are judges, when they like Judge Boyd, could go back into practice, like private practice. She could become a lawyer again. I mean, she still is a lawyer, but would that not be difficult? Maybe this guy was a judge and he went back into
Maybe.
lawyer, and he's like, "Oopsies, forgot where I was for a second.
Yeah.
I never realized that happened." And I'm like, now I'm thinking of all the judges that would be. I'm like, okay, don't quit when you have to quit. Just become a lawyer. Just go back to lawyering.
Now,
Things.
can you imagine Judge Fleischer as a lawyer? That would be like the best ever.
You're going to be stuck like Chuck. I mean, I can't say that anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's like, he just says it to all his clients now.
Let me educate you on this, Judge.
Yeah.
I mean, oopsies. Sorry.
My bad.
Donna Adelson's female lawyer was a former judge and a disgraced judge, too. Oops. Well, I don't want those kinds of lawyers. I just want... Oh, no, they do. They do. I just saw one.
What do
And
they
it's
make?
it's not a unicorn. I don't know what judges make, but he was a judge. I don't know why he had stepped down. And I just saw him back in court as an attorney. And apparently that's not uncommon. I had no clue. But it would be tough to go in front of a judge that you used to be also a judge. So they make bank, Gabby.
Judges' salaries vary widely based on the judicial level of court and experience, with the federal judges earning over $240,000. District court judges make $43,300.
I think maybe some of them go back. One, there's money to be made, especially in private practice. And two, they don't want to not do what they've been doing. You know, like by the time you're an attorney and then you become a judge, whether you're elected or appointed, whatever, and whatever happens, you are forced out by age for retirement, or you don't get reelected or what have you. Maybe they, just don't want to not do something like that. You could YouTube now and be just as successful, and probably even more so, judges. I'm not the one to judge on this. Who's Deb?
Yeah, who the heck is Deb?
And she only works 4 hours a day. I'm sure you are abbreviating something there, but I can't.
This
Don't
sounds
ask me
like
to
Dap
think.
again.
Like,
Does Deb mean something that I don't know?
I don't know. If it does, I don't know. A debutante? That'd be, I don't know. Judgy Judgerson.
Judgy Judgerson?
That judge with the Sally port.
Oh,
Judge?
Auntie Deb. In
Oh.
Karen Reed trial.
Oh, got it.
I was like, Deb?
Sally
Who the
Ho.
hell's Deb?
I was like, who's Deb?
Sally Ho!
Deb like White Claw. Yeah. I'd only like to see
Auntie
Judge
Bev,
Bev as
That's
an
Judge
attorney, so a judge could treat her the way that she treated people. Not to convict anybody wrongfully or anything like that. just to give her the treatment that she gave people and see how fair she thinks it is. And then see her boohoo and cry. And me say, sorry, not sorry.
And me say, neener, neener, neener.
Yeah. Like, be like, me should retire. Go be on the beach with your whatever you're drinking. I don't know. Vodka? What? I don't know what her was. Bev, Deb, Karen, same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my gosh. All right. We're almost done with this one. Who's Penny McGee?
Yeah.
The light would never come on with Auntie Bev. All right, we're almost done. She was looking after the states. Oh, absolutely. She's on their payroll, I think. Well, obviously, but I mean, not obviously. Never mind.
Just shh, AJ. Shh. We didn't say nothing.
Do what?
I said we didn't say nothing. We didn't say nothing.
I didn't say nothing. I
didn't hear anything.
I didn't say anything.
The things that you've talked about that cause control in the situation between a batterer and the person being battered work?
The behaviors a batterer uses?
Yes.
Yes, they do work.
And they cause battered women to do things that other persons clearly would not do, don't they?
Again, Your Honor, I object to that question. This is calling for this witness to speculate, conjecture about unknown people.
If you have information to that effect, I'll overrule the objection. You may answer it.
Can you repeat that for me?
Would you read it back to make sure it's repeated properly, please?
Question, and it cause battered women to do things that other persons clearly would not do, don't they?
Yes, they do. And it is difficult for those of us who haven't experienced to understand that behavior.
Thank you. I don't have any other questions. Mr. Foreman, I'm sure.
Yes, Your Honor, just briefly. Ma'am, your sole academic degree is a Bachelor of Science in Social Work from Iowa State.
That's correct.
You're not a psychologist.
No.
You're not a licensed psychologist.
No.
Okay. You're not a psychiatrist, obviously.
No.
Okay. You're not really, you don't have enough expertise to diagnose mental conditions or anything like that, do you?
No, I'm not a licensed clinician.
For example, you mentioned something called post-traumatic stress disorder. Do you remember that?
Yes.
That's just, that's something you've thrown out there, but you're not qualified to diagnose someone as having that condition, are you?
Actually, it's not a diagnosis. It's simply a set of characteristics and effects.
Well, actually, it is a diagnosis listed by the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual used by psychiatrists and psychologists,
Well,
right?
post-traumatic stress disorder is, but
Yes.
Battered Woman Syndrome isn't currently listed.
No, I'm just talking about post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yes.
That's what I
I'm
thought
sorry.
you mentioned.
I thought you said Battered Woman Syndrome.
Okay. No, I think you threw out post-traumatic stress disorder while Mr. Stinson
Yes,
was...
I did.
Okay. You're not qualified to diagnose that,
No,
and you're not claiming you made any such diagnosis in this case.
I am not.
When were you contacted by the defense in this case?
I'm going to guess my recall is in March. I don't have a date for you today.
About a month ago or so?
I would say a little over a month ago.
You haven't interviewed the defendant in this case?
That's correct, I have not.
Haven't met her?
No, not to my knowledge.
And if I'm right, you've been discussing battered women and domestic violence in terms of generalities?
That's correct.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
I have no redirect, thank you.
Thank you. You're excused, Ms. Schipper.
May we approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
That was
Well-
pointless.
For the amount of time he heckled her, you would think that he had a bunch of questions for her.
Yeah, that was
For
dumb.
goodness sake.
Judge Middleton hasn't left the bench yet. He left his courtroom and moved to his new courtroom. He's off the bench at the end of this year, just because they're going to make him retire because of his age. Actually, he said he was going to be somewhere different. So I don't know what he's doing. But he's not done yet. Not yet. And neither are we. See that? I did think about what I was going to say, but it doesn't fit with anything today. So I'm just not going to say it.
Okay. We'll still never know her thought from before, so.
Yeah,
You're
he
waiting for
did.
that. Don't.
Sorry. He
Don't
did. He did a little goodbye message. Like, it was goodbye to that courtroom. Because he's been in there for, I don't know, 48 years or something crazy. I don't know.
Wow.
But, yeah, they got a new courthouse. Or maybe he's also going to take a vacation. So I don't think he's in his new room. Maybe his new courtroom. Who knows? I could be making it all up. All right. New day because we got some new clothes on, and the attorneys for the defense are sitting in different chairs. The one we've been listening to is down at the closer to the right-hand side of your screen.
Maybe that's the bad boy's chair. The judge made him switch.
They did have a flood in there too. Yes. There was a lot going on. They just needed to get out of there. All right. So this is miscellaneous testimony from neighbors.
Okay.
So neighbor number 1 is on the stand. Here we go.
Mr. Brightwell, would you please spell your last name?
Brightwell.
And where do you live, Mr. Brightwell?
Creston, Iowa.
And what is your occupation?
Well, I'm retired, but I work part-time at O'Reilly's Auto Parts. I deliver parts in the afternoon.
And prior to that, did you work in and around the Defiance, Harlan area?
Yes, I lived in Defiance and worked in Harlem. Several places.
And how long did you live in Defiance?
13 years.
And did you also have a shop in Defiance?
No, I worked in Defiance for Steve Rao, which was farm equipment repair. And then I also worked at, now is known as, it was the Baptist home, and now it's known as, I need some help.
Elmcrest?
Elmcrest Retirement Community. Yeah.
Were you familiar with the Shanahan family?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Were you familiar with both Bev, Scott, and Dixie?
All three, yes.
And were there comments in the community concerning Scott's reputation?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Everybody knew Scotty. Scotty was raised there. I mean, that's where he was born and raised.
And over the years that you worked there, how general were these comments?
It was just commonplace. I mean, everybody.
And so during the entire period, there was comments regarding Scott's reputation?
Well, yes, yeah. Basically, on account of I wanted to go down and help him work on his cars and answer questions and stuff like that. And of course, I did it. I was older and I used to do it in Des Moines myself. And
what was Scott's general reputation in the community?
Well, I don't know. I don't know the reputation, really. I mean, he was just a loser. As far, you know, he was a...
Your Honor,
With all due respect to the witness, I know he's trying to respond to the question, but I think this kind of evidence is supposed to be directed to a particular character trait, and I don't think the question reflected that, and I would ask that and I appreciate the witness's candor, but I don't think that's an appropriate response, and ask that his comment be stricken and that the proper question be put to the witness.
Sustained. The jury will disregard that last answer, and you can direct this specifically at the character.
Was there a specific character trait that Scott possessed that was known community-wide?
He didn't have a job. He
Just asking flat out.
didn't work for a living. He didn't draw a paycheck.
Was Scott, did he have a reputation for anger?
Oh yeah.
And
Basically, just
Oh yeah.
that's a sufficient answer, Mr. Brightwell. So you would.
Did you hear the defense attorney? Just ask him flat out. Like, just draw him a diagram. Can we get the circle back? On this circle, you've got a happy face, a sad face, and a mad face. Which one is he? Is he the red angry face with the little, all the,
Oh my God.
the hash marks and the exclamation point and all that thing underneath his mouth? Like, okay,
Is he a
perfect.
prisoner? Is he in prison, this guy?
I don't think so. He's just an old. He's just an old guy.
Oh, doesn't he? It looks like he's wearing like a, a prison shirt or something.
Yes, just ask him flat out. And remember to mute the microphone at the counsel's table. That
Those aren't
one does
real mics
amplify
either.
your voice. Loser works for me as well as me. Sir, whoops. Is this the nosy neighbor who peeks out of the curtains and takes notes? That's his wife.
Yeah.
Sir, he was known in the town as an asshole. Was he known in town as an asshole? Yes. Thank you. This trial is full of emojis. This trial is full of something.
A curtain twitcher.
A curtain twitcher.
Oh my God.
Oh, man. This poor guy. I think
he kind of looks like Whitey Bulger a little bit.
he does, and he looks a little like he's in prison gear there, prison attire. He's Mr. Nosy, husband of Mrs. Nosy. This emoji? Yes. Did he have a temper? Oh, yeah. And then the Kool-Aid man comes rolling, ripping through the walls.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. I think this poor guy was just nervous and trying to do the best that he could do. And then he got all flabbergasted. And then the other attorney objects and he's like, I don't even know. I don't know. Just ask him straight out. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so you would occasionally help Scott. Sure. Sure.
The macho man, Randy Savage.
Oh, yeah. Snap it.
Snap it to a Slim Jim.
Slim Jim. R.I.P.
Occasionally help Scott.
Oh, yeah. If he'd call up and want to know, or come over and say he was in a tight spot and wanted to know if I could answer his question or something like that, or
Did Scott
what I
ever,
thought.
Did Scott ever call you specifically regarding coming over to his house?
For just like to work on in his garage, and the one time that I was supposed to come over after Dixie had called the law on him, and then one time I was called over to go clear through his house, my wife and I, and some reason the city, as in a small town everybody knows everybody else's business, said that he was growing
Well,
drugs.
that's that. When you were called by Scott to come over the night that Dixie had called the police, was there a specific reason Scott wanted you to come over?
Yes, some reason why me, I don't know, but he said, I want you to take my guns because a felon can't have guns.
All right. Now, do you recall Scott telling you about Dixie and his first pregnancy?
Yeah, that was in the garage.
All right.
He just,
That would have been Zach.
yeah,
What was Scott's demeanor when he told you about that?
pissed, mad.
Do you remember why he was mad?
Well, he just said that now she won't be able to work and bring in a paycheck. What do I do now? I said, sell a car. But he never sold anything.
In your working with Dixie, did you ever see any injuries?
Oh yeah, I saw numerous bruises, black eye, and a big mark down the side of her cheek, and I asked her right straight out and at the nurse's station if she recalls what happened, and she said, oh, the doctor says it's virus. Well, I said, no, Dixie, you turned around and said, well, if that's what you say, and turned around and walked off.
I have nothing further.
Just briefly, Your Honor, when was the last time you would have seen Scott Shanahan?
Well, let's see, I've been gone a year, so it's probably just to see or to talk to.
I suppose to talk, yeah, how about to talk to?
I gave up having anything to do with him probably 3 years ago. But I told him it didn't take a man to beat a woman when he came over to get the guns. And I said, I'd just as soon, unless it's an emergency, I'd just soon not have anything to do with you, Scott.
Okay. And so that was about 2001, is that what you're saying?
Basically, yes, about 2001.
When was the last time you would have saw the defendant, Dixie Shanahan?
Probably just on and off after that. Like if I'd go down in Defiance, you had to go down to the post office and get your own mail.
Okay.
And sometimes I'd go down and get it, sometimes my wife. My wife probably saw her more than I did because I very seldom went down.
I guess maybe the better question is, when did you move away from Defiance?
June of 3.
June of 2003?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no redirect.
I'm not, I just gotta check my notes. Yeah, that's all I have, Your Honor.
You can step down, sir. Thank you.
State your name, please.
Judy Shaven,
Judy, where do you live?
Defiance, Iowa.
How long have you lived in Defiance?
46 years.
Were you familiar with the Shanahan family?
Yes, I am.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, that's an unfortunate last name for this chat.
Judy Shaven. What's your name? Judy Shaven. She's so excited.
You shaven?
She is so excited. She's like, I'm excited to be here. Please have snacks. I brought cookies. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, that was so. And Defiance, Iowa. Like, we're so defiant here. Tell us what to do.
Does Judy be shaven? All right.
That's right. She did it
No one's gonna
before
tell her not
anybody
to.
else did it. Or should I call you Judy Waxon? How do you know that, Puddletown? Don't answer.
He
I
was
don't want to
there.
know.
He was there.
If you, yeah. Someone should clip that and send it to Grandma.
Judy Shaven?
They didn't have to tell Judy Shaven to speak up. True story. Oops. She sounds like she should live in Defiance. Feisty. Also true.
Oh, man.
Wax on, wax off. Her Judy landing strip. Judy the Itch Shaven. Wow.
Of course, Flashman's back now.
I saw that. I'm like, of course Flashman's back now. He met with the stripper and now he's back. But she's ready to tell the whole story of it all. Yes, she is. Welcome back, Flashman. She's a real lady shaven. Lady Bick. She will be the first witness the judge tells to speak more softly. She's speaking for all the women that are in the back row of that courtroom. Her maiden name was Bush. That should be her married name. Her maiden name should be Shaven, and then she hyphenated it. Judy Shaven Bush. That's what her name should be.
Can you imagine? That would be the best. That would be so funny. Oh my god.
She will bear all. That's right. No, we don't. No, you stay here. We were just kidding.
No.
It just, the timing was hilarious, but it's all good. You were just going to type that? Great minds. Of course, you don't want my mind today. It's not great. Judy is not down for the bumps. She has a Playboy 1970s push. I think you're probably right. I want to know her ancestry. Is she Brazilian? See what you did there, Haley.
I bet it's very groovy.
Oh my gosh.
Judy
Shaven Bush of Defiance. She burned her bra, and that's her last name now. I don't know. I can't finish my thought on that.
This is where the burning bush came from, this trial right here.
Could be. Groovy, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, Judy, tell us your...
She does not look Brazilian, though, I'm just saying.
She does not, but she looks like she's getting ready to tell us a story, so...
Oh, she is.
So, what? That sounds like a D&D magic item. So you're saying she needs a weed whacker. I'm not. But Puddletown and Robin are. If she gets divorced, she's going to be Judy Unshaven. Or she might be this, Womanskate, because she's going to be on the prowl.
Womanskate.
As long as she's not misbehaving. Ah, she might be more fun.
Yeah, she's definitely misbehaving.
So you guys, all right. I'm hitting play. You guys carry on.
We were neighbors, and I worked for Bev, Scott's mother.
And what did you do working with Bev?
We did a lot of things together, and when she moved into her new home, I helped her with her painting and just general moving in.
Was there a time when you were helping Bev with painting that you noticed injuries on Bev?
Yes, I did. I went over there one morning to paint, and I noticed that Bev, she was bruised on her legs and her arms, and she was very upset. And she said Scott had gotten angry the night before, and this had happened.
And did she not want you to let that incident be known?
She was very protective of Val, and she was very upset and worried that Al was going to find out, and she had told Al that she fell off the ladder.
And she'd asked you not to relate the story the same as she had.
Well, excuse me?
She wanted to make sure that you knew she told Al about the ladder, correctly?
Yes.
So that if Al asked you...
Yes. Because if Al would have said something about, you two better be careful up there today, or something like that, I wouldn't know what they was talking about.
Was there a second incident in which you were helping Bev with painting?
Yes. We were painting one day, and you've seen the yard, the beautiful yard. It grows very tall and thick. And we was at the point where we had to get the yard mowed, and we had to get this painting done. So Bev said, When we break for lunch, I'm going to get Al up, or get Scott up and see if I can get him to mow.
Now, where was Scott at the time?
They lived on Main Street there.
In a different,
Right.
This was as you were fixed, they hadn't moved into the house.
No, no, we were just painting.
So this was quite a few years ago?
1980. And so then we broke for lunch, and Bev went to her home on Main Street there, and I went to my home just 2 houses apart to have my lunch. And when I come back after lunch, I walked up the driveway, and I saw Scott and Bev and the lawnmower in the garage. And when I got close, I could see Scott was having a temper tantrum. He was saying, "You got me up to mow and there's no gas in the mower and the gas can's empty. What am I supposed to do?" And, and Bev was saying, "Cool it, Scott. I'll get you some gas," and trying to calm him down, and I was embarrassed for her, and I just slipped into the door at the garage and went about my painting.
You did that for Bev's benefit?
Yes, because I felt sorry for Bev. She was embarrassed by his behavior.
She sought to cover things up.
Yes, I'll get the gas. We'll go get the gas. And he did mow the lawn.
I have no further questions.
Thank you.
Just a few questions for you, ma'am.
Yes.
This was back in the 1980s, you say, that this happened?
Bev built her house in 1980.
Okay. And this was about noon that you took your break?
Right.
All right. So was it Scott? Scott used to sleep in late every morning?
As far as I know, he did. I never saw him around in the morning.
He'd maybe sleep even until noon?
Oh, yeah.
That was his practice?
Yes,
Okay. I don't have anything further, Your Honor.
No redirect. Thank you. You're excused.
Thank you.
Don't excuse the straight
Could you
reason.
please state your name?
Robert
Wait.
Vogler.
Mr. Bo.
Who cares how late he slept? I mean, I guess. But he was, does it? Because he was mad because he didn't get up she didn't wake him up that morning. She says that she sent the son into the room to tell him bye. Maybe he didn't wake up because he was used to sleeping so late. I don't know. Yeah, like when did he go to bed? I don't know. I cannot sleep late anymore. I mean, I guess, yeah. Grass don't grow on a busy street. So that was his mom's friend. Do what?
I said she looks pretty busy. She looks like she has
She
very
did look
many
busy.
activities going on.
Yes. So that was his mom's friend, and allegedly, well, I don't know. Do I have to say allegedly? Oh, but he beat the crap out of her
Say
too.
it just in case.
Allegedly, he beat the crap out of her too. So, and then you don't hear much about his dad. I assumed Al was his dad, but there's not much about him. I just read stories about his mom, Bev, and then Dixie. I think it just showed he was lazy AF while his wife worked multiple jobs. Could be that too. After I retire, I just ain't gonna get up anymore. Well, I hope that is not the case, and I hope you do continue to get up. Life, Sticky, you got fish to catch, at the very least.
I know, right?
You got to do that. What? Feeling a little stubble? Don't worry. I'm here to shave the day. Oh my gosh. Where's Bobby? He's missing all of this. Is he like fixing his dinner?
He's probably making a pizza.
Him and Snipe, they're missing all this too. See, oh, I know that's true. We've seen your fish. It's a nice, big, pretty fish, and then it looked really tasty, too, after you filleted it. I was going to say cut it up, but that sounded kind of gross. Bobby has been detained by his cats.
Probably. The cats are probably holding him down.
And brought to you by chat and Discord was activated. I keep hearing it. Go off.
I found
then,
one that was so funny. I tagged you in it.
Oh gosh.
It's a GIF. It's so funny.
I've only seen like one notification pop up, and it was Bad Dazzers, and it just kept coming onto my screen over and over and over again. And all it said was, "There cream in there?" Or did they put? I think it said, "Was there cream in on it?" or something like that. And it just kept popping up. I'm like, what is going on? Why is that one notification?
Yeah, that was some meme about a cake.
I was taking a nap. Wake up! Shaving cream. It's too bad that Judy Shaven is likely not with us any longer. True, and the first guy. She could have a stellar YouTube career or OnlyFans. It's taken me a while to eat my full-length spaghetti. Well, no comment.
Good job.
Yes, you did.
Good job, Snipe Hunter.
Yes, it did, Bad Dazzer. Yes, it did. I was like, what's going on? The Creamler.
Oh my god. I can't believe Bobby missed Miss Shaver.
Yeah, Miss Shaven? Judy Shaven?
Yeah, Miss Shaven.
Yeah, you missed the Shaven Bush womanscaping. Yes. All right, let's see what we got. Maybe this is Mr. Shaven. His married name is Balls. I know, I'm a child.
He's like, what's your name? Mr. No, I can't even say it. Never mind.
You can't say Mr. Shaven Balls? That's his name. All right, here we go.
What is your occupation?
Oh, I thought it said his last name was Boogler. Boogler. I think it's Bogler. I need to... I don't know what I need. Sleep, something. I gotta back it up just a second. I gotta hear his name. See you, Mrs. Shaven.
Could you please state your name?
Robert Bogler.
Mr. Bogler, what is your occupation?
I'm a computer technician.
And where do you live?
I live in Harlan here.
How long have you lived in the Harlan, Defiance area?
All my life.
And has there been comments concerning Scott's reputation in the community during your lifetime?
Yes, it's always been.
Do you recall where you heard these comments?
Didn't really make much difference where you were. The post office, the bank, church. There's always something about Scott.
Were they general in nature?
As in?
Many or few of the comments that you...
Oh, it's constant. He was always doing something.
And those comments went on as long as you've been around?
As long as I've known him.
And
what was the Scott's specific character traits in the community?
Well, he had a heck of a temper. I'd almost call it a mean streak.
Did you know Dixie as well?
Since she moved to Defiance.
And Bev?
All my life.
And how did you know them?
Well, I knew Bev through the restaurant and my folks, and then our business was right next door to them when they built the house.
What was your business?
We had a repair shop, implement repair shop.
Did you ever, during the time that you were working, had that shop next door, see Dixie with injuries?
Yes, many times.
What type?
Oh, I've seen her with bruises, black eyes.
Did you ever see Bev with injuries?
Yes, I did.
What type were those?
Oh, she came over one day. This had to be after her heart attack because she had her oxygen with her, and she had a black eye and she was crying.
I have nothing further.
Yes, Your Honor. We've understood Bev died in 1994. Is that your recollection?
Somewhere in that area.
So that instance would have been back in the early 1990s?
Yes.
Okay. When was it that you moved out of Defiance?
I moved out in 97, July of 97.
1997. Since 1997, have you had any direct contact with Scott Shanahan?
Yes, I still had the business until April of 2002, I think it was.
And so you would go from Harlan every day up there to work?
Yes, I did.
Defiance. Same way with the defendant, Dixie Shanahan? You would?
Yes.
Okay. And did you see the defendant between August 30th of 2002, and last October of 2003?
Not that I recall.
Never visited with her?
Oh, I mean with Dixie?
Yes.
No, I don't think I did.
Did you ever talk to her about where Scott had gone? Did you notice Scott wasn't around?
I was down to Harlan here, and then my business was closed then, so I never...
Okay. When did you close your business?
April of 2000, I think it was 2002.
All right. Obviously, you don't have any idea what happened in this particular case, how Scott Shanahan died, or what the events surrounding his death were, do you?
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, firsthand. Do you have any firsthand knowledge?
Not firsthand knowledge, no.
It sounds like you've been listening to some rumors.
I don't know if you call them rumors.
Been watching TV? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I do watch TV, yes.
Well, has the defendant told you how this occurred, how Scott Shanahan died?
Absolutely not.
So it is fair to say you don't have any firsthand knowledge about those events?
Not firsthand knowledge, no.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
No redirect.
You can step down, thank you. You're excused.
Would you please state your name?
Cindy LeDuc,
Ms. LeDuc, where do you live?
Defiance, Iowa.
And how long have you lived in Defiance?
8 years.
And what is your occupation?
I work at Smitty B. Honey.
Are you familiar with Scott Shanahan?
Yes, I am.
And how long have you known Shanahan and the Shanahan family?
Since I moved there. I'm sorry. Since I moved there.
That microphone isn't for purposes, it's for the TV, so you have to speak loudly so the jury can hear you. Was there comments in the community concerning Scott's general reputation?
Yes, there was.
Do you recall where you would have heard these type of comments?
The workplace, all around the community.
Were they many or few in nature?
A lot.
And for how long a period had you been hearing the comments?
Since I moved there.
What was Scott's specific character traits that were well known in the community based on those comments?
He was very angry, abusive to everyone in the community, very possessive.
Did you ever have an occasion to speak with Scott personally?
Yes, I did.
And what was that in regards to your employment?
My boss at the time was also city clerk, and sometimes people would come in there with their business. And one morning I come to work and she said, I'm going to be doing deliveries today. but there might be someone come in here today that had his water shut off, and she told me it was Scott Shanahan, and warned me that he was abusive and to try to handle it in the best way I knew possible, and to tell him that when he paid his bill, the water would be turned on right after that.
What was the general appearance that day?
When he come in, he was shaking all over. His fists were clenched and his teeth were clenched, and he was talking to me through his clenched teeth. Very angry.
Did you know Dixie as well?
I seen her a few times. I didn't really know her until last year.
And last year you got to know Dixie?
Yes, I did.
How did you get to know Dixie?
Her son and my son are best friends.
And prior to that, you did not?
No. I would see her when he was working or something. She'd be sitting with the kids.
Nothing further?
Cross? No, Your Honor, no cross.
You can step down, ma'am. Thank you.
Mr. Carl, what's your occupation?
I'm a salesman.
And where do you live?
Defiance.
And how long have you lived in Defiance?
About 8.5 years.
Prior to that, where did you?
In Shelby County most of my life.
Are you aware, or do you know the Shanahan family?
Yes, I do.
Are you familiar with Scott Shanahan?
I'm familiar with him, yes.
Has there been comments concerning Scott's reputation in the community?
Oh, yes. Quite often.
And generally, where would you have heard these comments?
Post office, over at the bar, maybe at City Hall, just walking down the street talking to people.
And what was Scott's specific character trait that those comments related to?
He was evil. He wouldn't keep a job, wouldn't take a job.
This is improper testimony. The issue here is, does he have a anger problem?
I'll sustain the objection. Let's relate it to that.
Could you relate whether he had did his character trait go to either anger or violence?
He was quite violent.
Did you also know Dixie Shanahan?
Yes, I did. She used to work for me when I was in charge of shipping and receiving down at Variety Distributors. That was back in '87.
All right, so that was quite a few years back.
Yes.
And what's the nature of that work?
Well, we did shipping and receiving for different stores. Dixie packed and picked different items to take out.
Did you ever note anything about Dixie's appearance?
Yes, sometimes in that building in the summer it gets up to 115, and she was wearing 3/4 long sleeves, dark glasses, not wearing shorts like most of the girls. She was wearing slacks.
Did you ever see Dixie with any injuries?
Bruises on her arms.
What you could see?
Yeah, but, she'd pull her sleeves up a little bit and you could see where somebody had grabbed her.
You believe she was trying to cover up?
Yes, that's what it looked like to me because of the long sleeves and how hot it was.
Nothing further?
It looks to me that you've been in the Shanahan residence since Scott died.
Yes, I've been there since then.
Now, you weren't aware that he was present in the residence, were you?
No.
His body was in that?
I had no idea.
In fact, I think when you had been in there, it was last summer?
Yes.
Because you're good friends with the defendant, right?
I'm friends with Dixie, and her husband Jeff is my best friend.
And your wife is as well?
Yes.
Very close friends with both the defendant, Dixie Shanahan, and you say your present husband, Jeff Duty?
Yes.
And when you were in that house last summer, you didn't notice any odors out of the ordinary?
Not really.
I think one time you noticed a little musty smell. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Were you aware that the defendant had been changing the deodorizing candles near that bedroom?
I had no idea. I never even noticed any candles. The only time I went close there was to use the restroom, come back out. Normally we was out on the patio.
You aware that she was changing there was a little deodorizer strip near the door of that bedroom? Were you?
I never noticed it.
Never noticed that? Nothing further, Your Honor.
Nothing further.
Thank you. You can step down.
Please state your name.
Marcy Carr.
How would he know if she was changing out her room deodorizers or air fresheners. That's crazy. I thought he sounded like Sling Blade too, but I was not going to say it.
I know what's wrong with it.
I would have to.
Ain't got no gas in it.
Hey, maybe they had COVID before we all the rest of us did. Maybe they were the test spot for it, since it took your smell. I don't know. Snipe says that part of Iowa smells, so maybe it just smelled. I don't know.
Who said that part of Iowa smells?
Snipe.
How does Snipe know?
Remember, last night he said he could smell Western Iowa and South Dakota.
Oh, yeah. That's like a place over here. It's New Bedford. It's a fishing city. And once you go into New Bedford, it just smells like straight fish.
Gross.
There's actually a punk song from a local band that is called Smells Like New Bedford.
Maybe. One Google map says there's a waste collection place on the plot next to them. Don't know if it was there then, but maybe that smells. I have no idea. Which, that brings up my other thought. But Ronnie's not here. Because she said there was a fire station across the street from Dixie's house. And then I was thinking today, was that fire station there 20 plus years ago? When all this was happening? What are you talking? 76 degrees isn't even hot. Well, to some people it is.
Depends on where the 76 degrees is.
That's right. That's all I got.
All I just keep thinking about is Puddletown's comment.
Which one?
You got a bird in my house.
You got a bird in my house. Oh my gosh. My aunt who lives in Nebraska keeps her house at 79. I thought I was going to roast. I generally freeze in the summer because my husband keeps our house too cold. But when I went to her house, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to roast.
Yeah. I put the AC in, and my husband puts it at like 70. I'm like, what's the point of having an AC? I'm like, this is ridiculous. I could just go outside and feel this.
No way. You and Heidel. 66. Heck no. Nope. I finally have the AC on at 72. That's our compromise because he likes it at 70. And I'm like, it is so freaking cold. And then everybody that comes into the house is freezing.
I love it.
And then he's just over.
My heat
he's
on
just
62.
Like, no.
For the winter.
No,
my husband kept turning it up, and I would go back.
I
over
would
and turn it back
too.
down.
Yep. Nope. It's 70 for the heat, 72 for the AC.
No way.
But
it's too hot.
No way. Well, you haven't felt my AC. Maybe it's too cold.
I have that thing as low as it can go, and I have like fans all over the house. I'm like, it's perfect.
So sweatshirts and blankets if I ever come visit you.
Yep.
Spring, winter, summer. It's fine.
She brings her like big fluffy blanket sweatshirt thing she has.
Well, it's funny because Brandon and Bree they used to keep their house freaking cold. And she came over one day and she was cold. And I was like, how can you be cold in my house? Your house is a literal freezer. Like, no. I can't do it. I just want to be comfortable.
I don't
want
waste
anybody to
any
be hot
energy.
or
I have
cold.
solar panels, so it doesn't affect me at all.
See, that must be my problem. It's my old lady bones. So that's why I like 72 as well. So
my old lady bones.
But I will just say, people younger than me come in and they're cold. Now, Miss Madison, she runs freaking hot. That girl is an oven. So she'll probably be with all you 66ers, whatever. Your office is at 80 all the time? No way. No. That's too hot. All right. Marcy Carl. All right, let's see what you got, Marcy.
Carl.
And Marcy, what is your occupation?
Certified nurse's aide.
And where do you live?
Defiance.
Are you familiar with Scott Shanahan?
Yes.
Have there been comments in the community concerning Scott's general reputation?
Yes.
Where would you have heard these comments?
Oh, post office, bar, grocery store, neighbors.
And you were a neighbor of the Shanahans?
Yes.
And what was Scott's specific reputation? Was it violence and anger, or we want to limit it to that? Was his reputation in the community, was he known as an angry person?
Yes.
Was he also known as a violent person?
Yes.
Did you know Dixie as well?
Yes.
And did you work with Dixie?
Yes.
And where was that at?
Variety distributor.
All right. And do you recall anything odd about Dixie's appearance when you worked there?
She came to work a few times with bruises.
In a small town, yes, they do.
It's like they all just gather around the local town watering hole, so the whole town can get water, but they're just gossiping about each other.
Pretty much.
Well.
Well, and our post office is directly across the street from the courthouse, so there you go.
Oh, God, it's so funny. She's like, that's the first thing she said. She's like, the post office. I was like,
Yeah,
post office.
it's a thing. It's a thing. Not, well, yeah.
You're a water hole.
Wow.
Thanks,
Who
Bobby.
said- Oh, you're a water hole. I was like, that sounds like a Bobby comment, and I couldn't find it. I very rarely go to the post office, but I can tell you when I do, there are conversations going on in the post office, outside of the post office, and around all the post office.
Writing these down and do like a whole bit on it.
Oh,
Gossip
it'd be about
in town.
people. Yeah, you'd be like, who's that? I don't know. I go in, come out, get in my car, and try not to be seen. It's like
Start a whole new YouTube channel. It's just called The Post Office.
Conversations at the post office. Yes, back in the day. And also today. That's it. I mean, I might see somebody I know and take a little more time to get out of my car. I'm just saying.
Me too. Every time I do that, I'm like, oh crap, look at this person.
I was like, are you done yet? Dang it. Did they run into somebody inside? Are they stuck in line because somebody else is talking to the clerk?
I hate it when I see people that are from high school. I'm like, hide me now.
Oh, yeah. Most people think I moved away, which is fine. I've never heard any talk of the town loser with an evil temper at my local post office.
Mm-mm.
Well, you're missing out. I can say I've heard some chit-chat at my post office.
You've heard chit-chat at your local post office about Gary's town loser?
Gary?
John Gary?
No, he says I've never heard anybody talk of the town loser with an evil temper at my local post office. And I'm like, well, he's missing out because I have.
Oh, God. Help me.
Kind of like Turtle Boy's Bus Stop Live. AJ will have Post Office Live with AJ. Probably take me a week to get 1 half-hour episode because that would take me that long to get the material.
We do it once a month.
We had talk in the pub about a woman named Slack Alice. I don't know what does that is Slack bad?
Maybe it's
You
some
guys
kind of,
are
like British slang word.
You guys are fixated on her hair. You guys
It
didn't
is
like
a
that
serious,
guy's last hair?
bowl haircut there. Well, except for the back. Maybe she's starting to grow a mullet.
Could be. Oh, I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that, John Gary.
No.
Oh, the town bike. Got it. PO.
This lady? She's the nurse.
PO. No, that's what Slack Alice. Named Slack Alice, the town bike.
Gotcha. That's another name for town bike. I'm gonna start using that. My husband's be like, "Who the hell is Slack Alice?" Like, haha, I know something you don't know.
Remember FAP?
Remember FAP? Gotcha, bitch.
I'll tell you, in like 20 years, I lived in the same town my entire life. When I run into people I know, they always say, "Hey, haven't seen you around in ages." Yep. I'm good at avoiding you people. Yep. Mine favorite one was when I thought you moved out of state. You just keep thinking that. It's fine.
Yeah, I did actually.
It's like, it does remind me of Stacy's haircut.
Stacy's mom has got it going on.
Well, she didn't, because she was in the backyard.
That's true.
So, yeah, but I don't believe that about John.
No way.
Nope. This ghoul, though. Oh my gosh.
Stop it. We can't handle it tonight, okay?
Oh my gosh. That was like so perfect. Yeah, Stacy's mom did not have it going on.
My favorite Bobby comment so far has been old maple ass. I'm still laughing at that. Every time I see maple syrup now, that's all I think about, old maple ass.
That's what Mrs. Butterworth is now.
Yes. She's just old maple ass.
I can't tell if that's a Nirvana. It could say Nirvana. It could say Montana. I can't tell the way it's...
It could say Iowa.
Yeah, it could say... I don't know. In full disclosure, I've never heard about the town loser at my post office, so... It might say Hawaiian. It could. I don't know.
Smells like Teen Spirit.
Well, and maybe now we know how she hid the odor.
It smells like sweat and marijuana.
Okay, let's see. Here we go.
And how did you find out that Dixie and Scott lived nearby?
By mistake. She drove by one day.
And how many houses away did you live?
2.
You had no idea?
No idea.
Prior to getting to know Dixie better, you know her better now.
Oh, yeah.
Prior to the incident with Scott, did you ever see Dixie outside?
No.
No further questions.
You are one of Dixie's best friends, ma'am?
Yes.
You see her regularly?
Not much anymore. I work nights.
When was the last time you would have saw her?
Last Friday night.
All right. So you've seen her recently, right?
Recently, yeah.
Since she was arrested in this case, you've seen her quite often?
Yeah.
And as her best friend, I'm sure you've said, tell me what happened.
What happened when?
When Scott died.
I didn't know he died.
Since her arrest?
Well, since her arrest, yeah, but up until then, I didn't know anything.
So that's what I'm saying, ma'am. Since her arrest, you must have gone to her and said, what happened? And I'm asking you, what did she tell you happened?
The only thing I asked her is why she didn't call the police afterwards. That's all I asked her.
You didn't ask her how it happened?
No, sir.
Nothing more than that.
That's right.
You don't have any firsthand knowledge of how Scott met his death, do you?
No.
Have you been watching the TV coverage of this case?
A little bit, not much. I sleep days.
Was anybody directed to you that as a witness you shouldn't be watching that TV coverage?
Yeah, last Friday when I got kicked out of here.
And then have you watched it since then?
No. Like I said, I sleep days.
I understand it can be replayed at night.
I sleep, I work nights.
No further questions, Your Honor.
I'll redirect.
You can step down, thank you.
Could you state your name?
Teresa Merritt,
And where do you live, Miss Merritt?
Omaha.
And are you familiar with Scott and Dixie Shanahan?
Yes, I am.
How do you know Dixie? That's
My husband was friends with Scott, and Dixie and I became friendly over the years.
Excuse me, could you both keep your voices up here?
I'm sorry. Was there an issue where there was some financial trouble and the Shanahans were going to help you?
Yes.
Could you describe that?
We were needing help financially with some attorney fees.
And did they ultimately help you out financially?
No.
Shortly after that, did you and Dixie speak?
Yes.
What was that in regards to?
She was leaving Scott and going down to Texas.
Did you meet with her?
Yes, I did.
And where was that at?
She had gotten a hotel room in Bellevue the night before she left, and I went down and met with her.
And what did you see when you went down?
She was clearly distraught. Her face was all bruised up, bruises on her arms.
Prior to that, had you ever seen any bruises?
No.
What was her demeanor was?
She was very upset.
Was she crying?
I don't recall.
Do you remember what she told you?
Scott had beaten her, and she had had enough, and she was leaving.
And then, to your knowledge, she did leave
Correct.
and moved to Texas?
Correct.
Did you talk to her after?
Several times. While she was in Texas, she would call and let me know how the kids were doing, how she was doing.
Did you ever speak to Scott?
He called my house numerous times daily.
And what was Scott inquiring about?
He was very upset that Dixie had left. He said he didn't blame her for leaving him. He had admitted to beating her and the kids, and he just wanted her back.
Did he call you on Christmas Day of 2000?
He did. And he was crying, and he was threatening to kill himself if Dixie didn't come back to him.
And did he make any admissions? Did he say anything to you that day while he was crying and upset?
He had told me that he had her tied in the basement on numbers of occasions, that he had beaten her numerous occasions.
Did the kids see that? Did he indicate that to you?
Yes.
Were you ever at the house?
When the beatings took place? No. I've been at the home, yes.
All right. And did you ever notice a discipline as to the children?
He was violent towards the children. The children were scared to death of him. They started acting up. All he had to do was look at them, and they would go run into Dixie.
And on September 25th of 2003, did you go to try?
No, my husband had went to Dixie's home, and nobody was there.
All right. Nothing further?
Cross. I'm not sure. That last question was on December 25th of 2003. Did you mean?
September 25th, I'm sorry.
I think you did say so.
Yeah.
September 25th of 2003. Your husband went to to the Shanahan residence in September of 2003?
Yes.
It sounds like there's no question from your contact that Scott Shanahan abused the defendant, Dixie Shanahan. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, it is.
I mean, he admitted it to you, right?
Correct.
He was remorseful?
He was crying when he had told me.
I'm just asking to be fair, man. Did he see remorseful at that point?
He just wanted her back.
And he was crying about it, admitting it to you?
Correct.
Okay. I would call that remorseful. Would you?
Okay.
You would?
Yes.
All right. I'm not trying to pull teeth. I'm just trying to get to the truth. Nothing further, Your Honor.
No. Thank you. You can step down.
Well, that's because that's what you would call it. That doesn't mean what she would call it because she doesn't believe it. And Dawn, if she's chewing gum in court, I would make her spit it out. I tried to type that.
She is. She
but,
is.
But YouTube said
her.
no. Yeah, I thought I saw her too. No. No, no, no. No gum or tobacco or cud. No, don't chew anything
Well, it
in
depends
court.
on if she's a lumberjack. If she's a lumberjack or not, I can understand why she had it. But can't chew gum.
Yeah,
At least she's not smacking it.
Yeah, I would have been like, or snapping it, like. Ah. The remorseful part plays into the battered spouse syndrome. Yeah, but I don't think she thought he was remorseful. I think she just thought he was an a-hole. Because she looked like, sure, whatever, I don't care.
I know.
And
tiny waist, bubble butt.
This closed captions say, you can step down and we would call Pam gets in this thing.
Did you say Pam or Pan?
Pan gets in this thing. That is quite the last name.
Oh, Pan wants in that thing. Trust me.
What's up, Bree?
Hola.
But does she get out of this thing? I don't know. We'll have to see.
Probably not.
What Pam is going to get in this thing is.
She can only get out of that thing after she goes to the bathroom and lays down.
No, this isn't. This isn't Pam gets in that thing. Gets in this thing. She's getting ready to come in.
Oh, gotcha.
They're calling Pam gets in this thing.
Pan
is
Pan
is my home skillet. Pam. Pam gets in this thing now. All right, let's see Pam. Come on, Pam.
Bam.
We would call Pam gets in this thing.
It does sound like you said gets in this thing. I think it's
Miss
gets.
Getz, where do you live?
I live north of Defiance on a farm.
And how long have you lived in the Defiance area?
Since we were married, so about 28 years.
And who are you married to?
I'm married to Terry Getz.
And how do you know the Shanahan family?
Scott is Terry's first cousin.
And was there an occasion where you tried to help Scott out?
Well, one time he was, one of the first times he was arrested, he called and wanted us to bail him out of jail. And he talked Terry into it, and he called, and he called, and he called, and Terry's a busy man. And Scott's just like he's a caged animal when he was in jail. And Terry, they had $37 worth of phone calls in that one morning before he went down there. And Terry told him when he got out that if he ever was in jail for hurting Dixie again, don't ever call us.
Was there a second time when he did call?
Yes, there was.
What was his demeanor that day?
Well, when I'd heard that he was in jail, and we were going to stick to our decision because we knew he'd be calling, and he called, or the operator says, you have a collect call from, and he said, Scott Shanahan.
So I just hung up the phone because I was not going to talk to him. And he repeatedly called and called and called. And, you know, you just get the operator or whatever the voicemail thing is or whatever, and it says, you have a collect call from, and you go, Scott. And I said, I'm not talking to you, and I'd hang up the phone. And then one of the last times he called, it said, you have a collect call from, he said, Scott! Oh, I hung up the phone. I was so scared because he was mad. He was really mad. And I was not going to talk to him, and I was scared.
I have nothing further.
Gross.
That's all you know about this case, ma'am?
Like what?
What you just testified to? I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Step down.
What the? Stop.
I hate that lawyer. He's so annoying.
What kind of question was that?
So that's the only thing you know about this case?
And she just looks at him like, what are you talking about? I have nothing else. Well, good. Shut up then.
Jen.
Oh, it was way better than Jen. Ugh, I can't even say it like that because I can't stand it.
That's how Gabby calls the police. I don't call the police.
No, calls people.
Oh, I thought he said the police.
Hey, Chloe.
Hey, Chloe.
Yeah, like she invited herself. That was a stupid question. I don't like it.
Yeah, like she had an invite in her purse. She showed it to the bailiff. That's what got her in on the stand or something.
VIP section, please.
Yeah, she bought a ticket to be on the stand, sir.
Yeah, like why would she do that? Let's hear from all 300 residents. Well, we could hear from, roughly 348. One's in there and one's in the ground. But I digress a lot. But anyways,
that was a good one.
How big an asshole he was when he couldn't hear them talking. Well, they wouldn't have said it to them, their faces, because, he probably would have beat him up. Bobby doesn't use the phone, just shouts out the window. Are you talking about Bobby or Gabby? I don't know. Yeah, they did want a black eye. I agree. Okay, well, tomorrow we will hear from Dixie's co-workers. So those were the neighbors.
Oh, she was allowed to work?
Yeah, she was the only one allowed to work.
Wow. That's mighty nice of him.
Yeah, it was great. He did not work. Yes, a few people did.
Bobby's like, I actually do that.
I do actually do that. I can see it. AJ climbs the pole in the cornfield to phone home. Nope.
Really? You're real funny, buddy.
Just kidding, but I don't. I don't see. My dog even agrees, and that's not Rue. That's my protector saying, "Oh, she would go crazy if I did that." I don't even know what Hera would do if I started doing something she couldn't reach me. She'd be like, no, excuse me. All right, Frank, it was good to see you. Hopefully we get to see you again. So get some rest and take care. And hopefully we will talk to you soon. But I'm glad we got to see you. The one guy who had his pews punched him a few times. Yep. At least once. Because he said that's all it took. And then Scott was like, I'm going to call the cops on you. And ran away.
He said what?
I'm going to call the cops on you. Like a little brat. Wham. Like, I just don't talk. I cannot handle people like him today. Can't do it.
Haley, I don't shave, Puddle Town.
TMI, Haley. TMI. Yes.
Mom.
This thing. Yeah, that's what it was. Mom. Oh, wait. I beat her. She's not coming. Well, I'm just leaving. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, like I said, tomorrow is miscellaneous coworker testimony day.
Fabulous.
That's all we got. And then we get on Thursday, we will have the domestic violence attorney, and then the first criminalist we saw. And so these will be, well, I would say these will be kind of shorter days, but you know how those go. So
Spelunking.
we go like 5 hours when I say we've only got an hour of testimony. Then it's like 6 hours later we're done. But all right. Yes. Oh my gosh, my stomach is gonna be growling at me. Screw you guys, I'm going home. That's right. Because you next. I can't even say it. Respect my authority.
Respect my authority.
They are pretty good, aren't they? They are.
Yeah, we've had some good trials with crazy epic names too. Like Dick Cannon. Remember Dick Cannon? That whole trial was another epic name trial.
It was nuts. Authority. Sorry. Bobby. Did we find out what a male merkin is called in the end? I don't know. I don't
An
think
elephant
so.
trunk?
An elephant trunk.
I don't know.
Well, travel safely, Robin.
Yes.
That was so funny that my cat wondered if I'd die of laughter laughing at that.
I don't have any authority, so you can not respect it because I don't have any.
We don't respect it. Oh my gosh. See ya, Sticky. Have a good time modding all your thousands of people.
I know. That must be nuts.
Yes. Me too, Robin. Maybe you'll surprise us. Oh, you are tough. Whew, ouchie. Don't, owie. Good for you, Haley. Ouch. Makes me hurt. Yep, it sure does. Well, you have a great time with that. And take your own advice. Where's it at? And go shave your taint.
Yeah. Don't forget the taint. It's important. Don't neglect the taint, y'all. All right?
Yeah. Flashman's like, I'm so glad I left.
Yeah, Flashman's like, suckers. I'm sleeping already.
Okay. See you guys tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you all for hanging out with me and Gabby and my spacey mind. I will try to be better tomorrow. But I promise
probably
nothing.
Won't be, but
I promise.
And I also promise nothing.
So, that is how I roll. I promise nothing. But I just sat down, start over. No, sir, no deal. That's what you get for taking a nap. No.
You can start
nope.
over, though. You can just slide the
You
red
can.
part all the way to the beginning.
Even the outro song tells you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So, it gives you the direction and all. Alrighty. That's all we got.
Bye.
Bye.
Humanity and love is kinda uncanny. Click, like, subscribe, ooh, piece of candy. Looking for my spotlight, chasing my vibe. Still looking for my credibility. the news. Every little scroll is a mystery, but you stuck around, watch the show with me. Laughs and chaos, that's how we roll. Drop a comment down below before you go. Every little scroll is a mystery, but you stuck around, watch the show with me. Laughs and chaos, that's how we roll. Drop a comment down below before you go. Hot mannequin, love candy on the floor. Don't pick it up, looking for my credit, but I'll take